Hey everyone, Korean Cricket here. I'm talking to you between the seasons because I want to introduce you to the deck I'm getting Grandmaster next season. And it's my Usurper Ultimate deck. I already showcased like one of my last like Ultimate deck when the new patch hit. But like until then, I really refined this deck, and I really think like this is the version who can take me there where I want to go, want to be. And basically, the most basic change is Usurper. Instead of playing Calvit, we actually play Usurper because Usurper is a powerhouse. You know, if like you have so many possibilities, well, like because it basically creates any leader. You can choose 3 of them, and most of the time you can choose a create leader, so you get a lot of power because the create leader on like you put on the board also then creates another unit. For example, a bear, it's like another 12 points plus the leader. So it's also often used to, I don't know, create a silver special card or like replay one of your silver special cards. For example, this could be a runestone. So Usurper is like always hitting like good power, and most of the time you can react to the game how it's currently is because you have 3 choices. So it's basically, it gives you choices and it's pretty powerful. So this is why I'm probably going to play all my Nilfgaard decks with Usurper now, except maybe Reveal. But I'm really a fan of Usurper, and I expect actually to see him more on the ranked ladder. For the gold cards, what we see here is like we don't run Kahir because like we don't want to know, like if you, for example, get a bad leader, I don't want to have like double, like don't want to resurrect a bad leader. So I'm actually using, instead of Kahir and stuff, I'm actually not even using Vesimir. I'm using Trial of the Grasses. A lot of people don't play Trial of the Grasses, but for me, actually, I think it's a pretty solid finisher, and it often saves the day. Most of the time, it's around like 20 to 23 points, depending if you have a damaged Viper Witcher on the board. And it really is like the Nova finisher without the restriction Nova gives you for deck building. So I really like the Trial of the Grasses. One of the most important cards here is Lethal Kingslayer because it gives you access to our tactic cards, and we have 3 tactic cards in the game, which is Decoy, Commander's Horn, and Marching Orders. Playing Lethal into Commander's Horn is like 25 points just straight. But if you have like Commander's Horn on our hand, or like if the situation demands it, we can play Marching Orders or Decoy. So it's actually versatile and it's pretty powerful. And actually, one other reason why we don't need to play Calvit is because this deck fins pretty good on its own, because we can, for example, Decoy and Vicovaro Novice, but we can also like use Marching Orders and so on. Then the other gold cards are Stefan Skellen and Wilgefortz. That's a pretty powerful combo on its own. Like you play Stefan Skellen, you put a card on top of your deck, you buff it by 5, and then you play Wilgefortz and just play the unit immediately. Other than that, you can also play, I often play Stefan Skellen in round 2, so I can have like a carryover for round 3, because you know you buff the unit by 5 and you draw it next round, so that's pretty decent. Also, this is like a reason why we don't need Kahir, because we basically choose which card we want to draw on the mulligan. For the silver cards, we have Swirs. Swirs is like, they're counted to consume, so that's already like a reason to put him into your deck. But it's also good against dwarves, for example, because you can put them or marauders onto the graveyard immediately, and then if you're lucky, their little dwarves, like the dwarven agitators, don't like are either dead or they only draw the Mahakam guards. So Swirs is, in my opinion, in the current meta, a really good card. Depending on how the meta shifts, you really want to switch him out, but currently, especially with Consume out there, we want to keep Swirs in. Then, in addition to the tactic cards, we have like 2 alchemy cards to further like buff the damage from our Viper Witches, because you know they deal 1 damage for each alchemy card we have in our deck. Expired Ale deals 6 damage to the highest enemy on each row, so this is between a 12 or an 18-point card. 18 points for a silver card, just decent, so we keep it in, plus the ultimate bonus for our Viper Witcher. And then we have Runestone, another ultimate card boosting our Witches, and this often saves me the day, because depending on the situation, you create what you need. You either lock the enemy, you create a Synthia if you know he has a spy, so that's decent value, and so on and so on. You can even get a second series if you need to. For the bronzes, we have like 3 Viper Witches, which are our big removals. Enemy plays X-Men, you play Witchers, they are basically have a big problem. It's just like Viper Witches are just there for like like destroying enemy engines. So depending on your matchup, you want to keep more Wiper Witches in your starting hand or not. Nilfgaardian Novice is basically the core card of the deck. It allows us to pull Markham Ale for tons of value, or Ointment in later games to revive either again a Nilfgaardian Novice, a Slave Driver, or Wiper Witcher. Basically, Ointment can revive all our bronze cards, so we need to assure that in round 1 we give Ointment good targets. This is also why you probably want to play a lot of Markham Ales in round 1 and Ointments rather in round 3. The good thing here is, like, if Slave Driver, we create a bronze unit from the enemy starting deck. So this actually puts 2 units of the board. So if you start with Slave Driver and you play Nilfgaardian Novice as a second card, you immediately have like full targets for Markham Ale. Slave Driver is good depending on the matchup. I often, like, especially against like Coyatel and Skellige, I get good results with Slave Driver, especially against Coyatel. If you can get their Elven Spy, you can have a double create, so that's pretty decent. And yeah, this is basically pure power here. Like, all of these cards are pure power. This support the pure power play from the bronzes, and this gives us, as I said, like, lots of versatility. And this together with the power horse of our leader is a deck which can actually get on with dwarves. And I would say let's head into a game and let me show you the gameplay of this deck, and then you can see for yourself. I don't know. Ooh, that's like, that's a solid setup. Wow, okay. What to mulligan here? Actually, like, we don't need that much witches, right? I mean, 1 witch is enough. There we go. So that's better. I'm going to take this. This is like more solid. Stefan Skellen would have been nice as well, but, well, we can't have everything, so let's go with what we have.
The storm is
That's actually really interesting, especially with Usurper. I really like this deck.
The storm is coming.
Let's see if it's actually viable after the patch, but maybe this is the deck I'm going to later. Oh wow, they got an Elven Protector. Like, is this like new? This is like Spell Iltel. Look at this. Hey, you know what? Like, we gotta Severe's their protectors.
Hop to it, knaves.
Only 1, shit. He has 1 in his hand. That's a shame. Well, but 1 protector less is 1 protector less. Like, that's solid. Yeah, kill my Severe's. Sure. Should I kill the protector immediately? I don't know, I mean, before it grows? Why not?
Here's our chance.
Let's kill this. We're actually positive now. Let's see, like, how we fare against, like, Spellertel. I've not seen this actually, like, since a long time. Because, like, there are other stuff which are basically way better.
Back in line.
This is actually good. The question is, like, what does he want to play? Like, is it some... It could also be some Nova deck, like some Nova Spell Iltel, I don't know. Because I've not seen Dragoons in the Spell Iltel deck. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. But as I said, this is a decent setup. I kind of start with using my ales. Problem is I don't have anything into graveyard if I get 2 ointments. The chance is kinda there, so I probably wanna wait if he hits something of my units. But I guess when I hit, yeah. Well, that's a problem because I can't rest this. So let's hope for a good Slave Driver here. Ah, that's decent. It looks like a Nova deck, by the way. Like, look at this. Boost to Alias, burns special cards. Do we have special cards? Like, I have Ale and Ointment. There we go. So,
Have strength, my love.
actually, I only have Ointment is an item, right? So that was actually quite a decent. And that's actually why, like, as I said, like, Slave Drivers against Scoia'tael is a dream, because you get all the good cards you need. And even if you get like Dragoons, that's engines that work. Like, that's really cool. One more card, and we could actually go for Commander's Horn here. I'm thinking of playing the leader into this and see if we can create something nice.
I respect nothing human.
So Ifni is down. That's good. That means if he scorches, he can scorch only once. We could actually think of... Oh shit. Well, I want to kill this. But I don't have a Witcher. My Witcher's not in the graveyard, so I don't know. Let's see what later brings us. Wild Hunt unit, meh. Tourism Soldier, meh. I actually think Wild Hunt is better because, like, just poor value-wise. What could it give us? I don't need X-Men, I don't need veterans. I actually think spawning like a rider is the best choice here, right? We could just go get our Wipe of Witches onto the graveyard, but I don't want to. So there we go. Yeah, I think that's the best choice, right? Actually, this is better because we can kill the Elven Mercenary and then it gets boosted. So value-wise, like the warrior was the best choice. And now I have a Commander's Horn target. Doesn't matter if he kills one of this row. I always have like the lever here. So that's good. And really interesting how this Nova deck plays out. I've not seen Usurper in there. Well, hey, let's see.
Why have you summoned
So there's
me?
the Eater. He kills the rider probably, the warrior, but it's okay. So we're going to think the deck a bit, going for the horn, and that's some decent value, especially on red coin. It's really fun to play this deck. It's crazy. Like I thought spies are funny, but like this deck is actually really funny because you feel like you have a lot of control, even though there's so much random in there. It's crazy.
What do you
That's a Scourge. Well, Scourge used to 11 and he already even is down. I mean, he has carry over, but like, look at this. I'm just passing here. Like, this is, like, passing here is the best choice. He goes 2 cards down. We need to play over the carry over, but hey. He would have needed to play a card anyway, so. And the thing is, Usurper is actually, I don't know. Oh, 2 Scourge. Where's the second Scourge coming from? How did... Oh, because of Shiro. There we go. I mean, he already used his Scourges now. That's not good for him. Because I'm going to get big units in round 3. Like, if he uses his Scourges right now, that's actually terrible for him. I'm not sure about decks, by the way. Like, I really need to think if I want to keep it in the deck or not. Let's see if he plays actually into this round. Oh, he is. Look at this.
Here's our chance.
I'm not sure if this was smart from him. I mean, I'm going to go 1 card down for sure. I don't care about that too much, but that he plays into the deck. Does he want to drain my witches or what's going on here?
Time to get our hands dirty.
Now we're actually positive. Now he's going 2 cards down if he doesn't, like... I'm tempted to use Trial of the Grasses here. Of course I'm not doing this, but hey.
None shall tread on
He's really hand buffing. Like, does he have Sword Masters in there? It could be, right? It could really be.
Of course, as you wish, master.
But tempo-wise, I can just keep up with you. Like, and you're 2 cards down. What are you gonna do now? Like, I don't know. This doesn't look good for him. I mean, he has Nova. Like, that's 25 points. Sure. But still. I don't get it. Well, let's see. Well, he actually gives me the 2 cards. Look at this. Wow. So my last 2 cards will be the Res and Trial of the Grasses. And these 2 will be my first 2 cards. Wilgefortz. Actually, I'm not sure if I want to have Wilgefortz. But I actually could use it offensively against Nova, I guess. I don't know, let's see. Shit. I mean, let's use the ointment. And let's get the slave driver. I mean, that's not bad, honestly. That's actually really decent. Okay, sure.
Have strength.
And then let's go for the ale. So, last value-wise, we just got like 19 points out of 1 Vicovaro Medic. I actually Trial of the Grasses is like worth less, I guess. Okay, so he has his spies, so that's okay, I guess. What do we get here? We would get an ointment for sure. And then we go for Slave Driver because that's a target for Volgeforts. Yeah.
That was not in the spell books.
We could also go for... Actually, what's safer is this one. Because, like, if we don't get this, but we get another mercenary, we have a problem. So actually, let's go for the Elven Scout. Like, this is the safer variant here. In this case, I really want to play it safe. Instead of, like, going for risk.
Not afraid. You should.
Because, I mean, we have 45 points ahead. And this gives me a decent vote for its target, so... Oh, actually he has Death's card in his hand. How does he want to win this thing? I have no idea.
You mistake stars reflected in a pond.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, should we go Cantarella? That would be fun. So what do we get? Ooh, Stefan. It doesn't matter too much because, well, we won't draw another card. I mean, it's 10 points, so why not? I mean, what we do, we lost 3 points here, like, don't get me wrong. But I want to have last card because of the trial. So,
Nigh is the time
so there's an Ifni.
and white light.
But he doesn't even trigger like the golem, so I don't know.
What do you need me
Let's put Slave Driver on top, even though we don't draw a card. And now like I can get this combo for sure, so that's why Cantarella's. Well, actually we can pass here, look at this. Wow. So, what do you think of the deck? What would you have done differently? Leave me a comment below and let's spark a discussion. If this is your first time here, I'd love you to subscribe to the channel so we can grow as players together. And see you in game!